Hello everyone, welcome to the first ever YouTube video on the Curb Says No channel. My name's Bailey, this is a Porsche Cup car, and we're about to do a race around Spa. Starting P7, qualifying wasn't much to shout about. It's the first race of the day, but I'm going to let you watch the first couple corners here because it was pretty epic. So, great little battle there with Chris on top of the mountain, but at this point it was time just to settle in and do my own pace, because I can tell you now I didn't really have the pace for these front guys. I was coming into the last chicane on the first lap, Pablo with the lead, with Paul and Marco behind him. These guys were pretty fast. They'll just run at their own pace. I was sitting behind, just trying to make sure I can stay close enough. If there was a mistake, I could capitalize. But the race leader is probably not going to be too happy with this next clip that's about to come up. He's probably wishing he could have done things a little bit different. Slightest of contact coming into the barrier there, just enough to pretty much rule him out for the rest of the race. Suspension damage, and then as you can see, just couldn't get the car turned and spun it. But that is one free position. We haven't done anything yet. Lovely start. We're moving on to the next lap. Couple little battles in front as Marco here takes the lead. Still pretty respectful, I reckon, in my opinion. But yeah, I love this camera angle. Get some pretty cool battle footage here. I'm still just sitting behind in, I think now, 5th or 6th. Just loving life. Still just going at my own pace, keeping in touching distance here, but I don't think it's going to stay like this for very long. Two free positions, just like that, and we're sitting in 3rd place. Now, I don't know what really happened there. It sort of looked like Marco slowed down and went straight on. I don't know if he had issues with his simulator or anything like that, but yeah, both of them definitely ruled out. Way too much damage to keep going. But 3rd place, I'm happy. I haven't done anything this race, and now I get to sit back and watch the two best in the business in the split. There were some fantastic battles that I was just sitting behind and watching. But still, again, just didn't have the pace to get up close to them and fight with them, so I just had to sit back and watch. As we can see, Chris trying to make a move up Camel Straight, just wasn't close enough, and Pablo will keep the lead here in the Castrol Porsche. Moving on to the next lap. Chris might be close enough here to try and make a move as Pablo goes defensive. But still, I think Chris backs out, knowing better. And they're going to keep the same here. But Chris is going to get a better run as Pablo goes in the dirt. He's going to try and go the inside. Pablo squeezes him to the inside. Pablo's going to hold it. Chris is still going to try and keep going down the inside. And I'm just sitting back here and loving it. This is a great battle to watch. And it's good. They keep battling. I get closer and closer. But as you can see here, I'll get a little bit of a run on Chris. But you don't really want to be overtaking here. Fast left corner. So I back out. Let them keep going, doing their thing. Because eventually, surely, it's going to end in tears for someone. You can't keep battling like this without something going on. Coming to the midway part of the race. Yeah, I think it's sort of time where you're going to start doing a little bit of choice moves. You can see Chris getting a nice run through the top there. Maybe might go for another run down on Pablo, but I think he might think better of it. Stay behind him. But I reckon tensions are going to be getting up there soon. There's no way you're going to be sitting second, having the pace to be able to overtake and stay behind there. So we might be seeing a choice move very shortly. And see, going down the outside will be turned into the inside. And just like that, Pablo's out of the race. We're up to P2. And the guy behind us, sorry I don't know your name, but yeah, got caught out. No good for him. That's pretty much his race done. No arrow on the front. But P2, and we haven't made a single overtake on the track. Starting from P7. Now, this is looking pretty good. But the only thing that was sitting in the back of my mind at this point was, I know I do not have the pace to get around Chris. I need something to happen for me to be able to take this lead of this race. So at this point, I just tried to keep the pace up, tried to stay as close as I could, but ultimately he just had too much pace for me. So just sitting here and running my own race. But I really don't think it was just going to end like this. I'm sure you didn't think it was just going to end like this. Something was going to happen. But you might not see it on this camera angle, but Chris actually cut the corner here, and it's going to evidently give him a slowdown penalty. So this slowdown penalty will allow me to take the lead. But now the pressure is on. Once I take this lead, I've got to try and keep it. And with these long straights, slipstream is the name of the game. He's going to get past me. I'm going to have to throw up some crazy defense. And Chris has done a good job with his slowdown. He didn't lose too much time. He was able just to peel it straight back in behind me and keep the pressure up. All I was thinking was, how am I going to defend this straight? I'm going to have to make sure I get a great run off the prior corner to the straight. Sorry, I don't know the name. But evidently, it's going to be a horrendous exit off this corner. I'm going to dip it into the gravel, and Chris is just going to fly by me. Nothing I can do. Lead lasted probably 4 or 5 corners. Now I'm only got 1 lap. We're coming on to the final lap. I'm gonna need a miracle to try and get this first place. Will it happen? Probably not. coming in, end of the last lap, nothing happened. Sorry guys. I know this fairy tale just didn't have a good ending. But P2 from P7, oh, I'd take that. That was like 80 odd I rating for me. Great fucking race. But yeah, evidently just couldn't get there to the win. But pretty happy with it. But if you enjoyed, please like, please subscribe, and hopefully we can make some sort of community out of this. This would be fucking lit. Anyway, thank you, and I shall see you in the next one.